Hey everybody, good morning. It's Dr. Bruce Guillory here with Health Source Chiropractic in Atascocita, Texas. It's Thursday, it's February the 9th, 2023. Hope you're having a great start to the month of February. And don't forget, guys, Valentine is next week, so make sure you're prepared for that. I'm speaking to the men there primarily. But I want to tell you guys about a little conversation I had with a patient yesterday that really struck home to him. And I want to talk to you about painting yellow leaves green. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. So let's say you walk into a room and where you have this plant growing and you notice that the leaves are getting pretty yellow. So one option would be to get those leaves green again was to get some green paint and paint the leaves and make it look good again, right? Now we would never do that in real life, correct? None of us would actually do that. But do we do it in certain ways? Let's explore that just a bit. Let's take what we deal with all the time here, which is neck pain, back pain, headaches. So if we're having all these symptoms of pain, tendonitis in the shoulder, neck problems, back problems, consistent headaches, we could just take some medication for it and it would feel better. You would look better and feel better. Same thing with chronic diseases too, to be honest with you. People that are dealing with, let's say, type 2 diabetes, that's a chronic disease that is very lifestyle oriented. We oftentimes will just take medications to cover up the pain in our shoulder, the pain in our neck and our headaches, ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever it may be, metformin or something of that nature for diabetes, but we don't change our lifestyle. So let's go back to the plant analogy. Instead of painting that leaf green, we probably should look at a couple of different things. We should look at, does it need more water? Does it need less water? Does it have too much or does it have too little? Does it need more or less sunlight? Does it have too much? Does it have too little? New soil, something like that. We need to change the environment in which that plant is growing so that it can thrive and not just survive. That's the same philosophy we should have with our bodies when we're dealing with chronic illnesses and chronic pain and things like that. We should change the environment so that we solve the problem and we don't just paint leaves green. Because when you actually paint a yellow leaf green, it may look better, but you've actually put some toxic substances into that leaf, and that's going to actually cause it to be sicker, although it looks better. That same thing can happen with medications when we rely on them to get rid of symptoms. It's not really getting us healthier. It's just covering up the symptoms. It's changing numbers on a lab report. That's why people can have their cholesterol lowered by all these medications, statin drugs, and still die of a heart attack tomorrow. They look good on the paper, but they've actually poisoned their body, and they continue to poison their body and live in a toxic atmosphere by the way they're living. So we've got to address it a different way. We've got to get to the cause. We've got to figure out why the shoulder hurts and fix the problem, not mask it up. We've got to figure out why the back is hurting. Why are we having headaches? Why are we constantly having stomach pain? Whatever it may be, and solve the issue. Don't mask the symptom. Now, that doesn't mean that you may not need medication at some point in your life or something. The analogy I always use for that is if you're having a heart attack, for goodness sakes, don't call me and say, Dr. Bruce, how much broccoli should I be eating today? No, go to the hospital, get the medication, get the drugs, save your life, solve the crisis. Then come talk to me about broccoli, talk to me about lifestyle. There's the analogy I want people to start thinking about when it comes to your health. Presence or absence of symptoms. A yellow leaf that now looks green doesn't mean the plant is healthy, doesn't mean you're healthy without the symptoms. We need to solve the issue, change the environment, because almost every chronic illness that affects us is a result of toxicity or deficiency. Too much of something, not enough of something else. Let's figure out what that is and let's solve it. Let's approach our health that way so we're not reliant on drugs. And people say, well, you know what, I'm just taking ibuprofen. You know what? Ibuprofen can cause ulcers in your stomach. Every time you take it, it irritates your digestive lining just a wee bit. And you do it enough and you end up with ulcers. Tylenol. Tylenol is also known as one of the number one causes of acute liver failure. And that's just over-the-counter medications. We have thousands of people a year that die due to complications related to over-the-counter pain medications. Because too many people are painting yellow leaves green. Instead, let's change the environment. Okay, so there's my thoughts for today. Hey, we're rocking along here in February. Got some great stuff coming up. If you come to see us on Valentine's Day, you might get some special surprises then. We are reinstituting our special consultation for all of our new patients. So we're going to be having that. It's free 30 minutes with a meal for our patients where we talk 15 minutes or so about why we do what we do and how you can get better results. And then about 15 minutes of us doing an interactive workshop where we actually started learning how to take better care of ourselves. So keep that in mind too. And don't forget, if you get a chance to forward this email on to some people or the link to this YouTube video, we would really appreciate that. Let's spread the word about not painting yellow leaves green, okay? You guys take care. Have a phenomenal week. We'll be in this afternoon. Call us if you need, 281-852-5600. And don't forget, tomorrow's half day Friday, so we're only in on the mornings. Take care, guys. We'll talk to you soon.